Hello everyone, this is Penny and this is my Health in Bite Size, and we are going to continue for this time on our series on the food that Jesus ate during his time when he walked on the earth, and of course the food that were also available during the biblical times. And in the first part that we discussed, we took up eggs, curds, and honey. Now, this time, we're going to touch on the fruits and veggies and something very important called salt, asin. Yan. So, yan, let's start. The fruits and the veggies, did Jesus eat those? Of course he did. And also, in the Bible times, it was really eaten, of course, the healthy foods, diba? Pero, just for reference, nakalagay dito, we can look up Numbers 13 verse 23. This discusses the 12 spies when Moses told them to spy on the promised land. Ano yung nandoon, di ba? So, ito yung part nun. When they came to the valley of Eshcol, yung 12 spies, they cut down a branch with a single cluster of grapes. Grapes to. So, grapes, that's one. It's in the Bible. It's good food. So large, yung grapes is so large that it took two of them to carry it on a pole between them. Parang taho, kaya lang dalawang tao yung nagbibitbit. So ganun kalalaki yung fruit, yung grapes noon. They also brought back samples of figs and pomegranates. So figs and pomegranates, those are the other two kinds of fruits, di ba? Kasi yun yung madalas talagang kinakain na prutas sa Bible if you will read it, especially sa Old Testament. Now, also these were mentioned in 2 Samuel verse 16, 2 Samuel 16 verse 2. Nakalagay doon, it was mentioned that summer fruits are also to be eaten. And in my research, the summer fruits were the pomegranates and grapes also. So, yun. So, malinaw na malinaw, pomegranates, grapes, and figs. Yan ang nasa Bible. So, ang problema lang sa grapes ngayon, I'm not sure about how they produce the pomegranates and figs right now. Pero grapes. Yung grapes noon is talagang yung cluster niya, dalawang tao. Isang cluster, dalawang tao ang nagbibitbit, diba? Pero ngayon yung grapes is ganyan, kaliliit, tapos seedless pa. So yun yung problema. The grapes before were huge and it had seeds. Ngayon, eto yan. One thing lang about the seeds I just want to discuss. The seeds are actually created by God to be in every fruit-bearing trees, so that yung seed then naka-contain yung information about this fruit, so that when the the seeds are scattered, it can grow to another tree that can bear the same fruit. So you might say that the life of the multiplication is in the seed. So ngayon you will wonder, how come there are seedless grapes na? How do they do that? Now they have really genetically modified it, so that, you know what, it was said that seedless grapes, in order to grow seedless grapes, you'll have to use even more chemicals in order to keep them growing, because they're so more sensitive than the seeded plants. So kaya ngayong grapes natin ngayon, especially the seedless, are genetically modified. Kaya if you can get the grapes with seeds in it, I think it's really, really better. Okay? Now, how about vegetables? Did Jesus eat vegetables? Of course he did. That's why he grew up to be a very strong person. Diba? So, in the Bible, it was mentioned in Proverbs 15 verse 17, a bowl of vegetables with someone you love is better than steak with someone you hate. Diba? Totoo naman. So, kung gulay-gulay ang kinakain mo, okay lang basta kasama mo raw is your loved one. Pero ang point natin dito, vegetables were really eaten during the time of Jesus, and Jesus must have eaten them as well. Tapos, ano yung mga vegetables na yan? Samples lang na nakita ko are herbs like arugula. Bitter herbs, nakalagay doon. Kasi sa Exodus, just before they were to exit Egypt, binilinan sila na kumain ng meat that night, and they should eat it roasted, yung meat, and along with unleavened bread, yung walang yeast na bread, and bitter herbs. So, yun ang naka-mention. So, anyway, this Exodus 12 12:8 na verse, nandiyan na kumakain sila ng meat, kumakain sila ng bread, 'di ba? Pero ang point natin dito are the herbs and the vegetables. So, in my research, most of the vegetables eaten were cucumber, watermelon, which is a fruit or water, leeks, onions, chicory, which is a bitter herb. And how do they cook that? They never really, wala silang sauteing before, wala silang kung ano-anong fancy way to cook food, but they only ate it either raw or blanched. That is slightly cooked in boiling water. That's the only way that they ever cooked their vegetables. Nothing, no oil in it, and yun lang, ganun lang yung pagkain nila ng vegetables. So, yun. Now, again, the vegetables that we have today, sad to say, they are also steeped in a lot of herbicides and fungicides and pesticides. Glyphosate nga, di ba, cancer causing. So, there is this one study that I read na we are actually eating a lot of those chemicals when we eat the vegetables. So, kaya nga, the thing is, yung time ni Jesus, biblical times, wala yan, di ba? Talagang the fruits and the veggies are really growing and they're picked from the trees and they're eaten immediately. Sa atin ngayon, hindi. Minsan yung ibang fruits, ini-import pa from another country and it will take months before it can get to our tables. And how does it happen na hindi siya nabubulok? Well, you guessed it, preservatives and yung pang longevity nila. Syempre chemical pa rin yan. Nilalagyan pa ng preservative sa loob at sa labas. Diba? Lalo na apples, pag makintab yan, there's wax in it. Okay? So on the kaya hugasan ng mabuti. So yan yung nakakalungkot lang that sana even sometimes the healthy food that we thought were really healthy were no longer that healthy, which is sad. Tapos even the nutrients that they contain, it has been found that a lot lessened na talaga yung nutrients ng mga produce today. So even if Jesus ate them, we can still eat them today kahit ganon. Pero let's just be careful to choose as much as possible organic, and if you can plant them in your yard, better. Okay? So now another topic for this segment, for this chunk of time, is salt, asin. Sa Job 6 verse 6, the first book of the Bible is Job, sabi sa research. Sabi, don't people complain about unsalted food? So, ibig sabihin talagang salt has been used in biblical times. Salt has been used to preserve and to sustain the life of whatever is being preserved. And sabi dun sa nakakatawa yung napanood ko, sabi niya, salt, maraming meanings daw. And one meaning is friendship and loyalty. The salt, it signifies that. So, yun ang essence ng salt. Kasi ang essence nga naman ng salt, loyal yan eh. Kahit lutuin mo, dissolve mo, or tuyuin mo, asin pa rin siya, di ba? And salty pa rin siya. And that's actually a very, very, constant and loyal quality to be the same no matter in whatever form you are in. Kumbaga, yun yung maganda sa salt. Ngayon, ang problema lang today, of course, the salt that they had before was like talagang talagang pure, walang halo-halong kung ano-ano. But today, wala eh, iodized salt yung table salt natin, di ba? And iodized salt is really ultra processed na kasi dinurog siya, binleach siya kasi ang talagang natural na salt di naman pure white eh. So, iba-iba kulay niyan, pero yung salt na sana walang bleach is kulay grayish. So, tapos hindi siya ganun kadurog at hindi siya parang nagfo-flow sa kamay, di ba? Another chemical was added para hindi siya mag-crumple together. And it's devoid of any of the minerals that's originally in the salt that you will find that was in Jesus' time, and even in the natural salt that we have today. So, ako lang, as much as possible, avoid iodized salt because that's really very processed. So if you can find Himalayan salt or Celtic salt, yun ang may minerals. Yun naman ang role ng salt to give us minerals. Okay? And of course, the taste. And it's healthier. It's really healthier when it's Celtic salt or Himalayan salt, pero not, or sea salt, not the table salt, not the iodized salt. Okay? So, yun ang discussion natin for today. I hope that it has helped you make better choices when it comes to the food that you eat. And of course, the best reference is Jesus Christ, diba? And during the time that He lived, those are the best times as far as food is concerned, diba? So, we will be discussing the other kinds of food that Jesus ate in the coming vlogs. So, I'll see you in the coming vlogs.